this. So haloalkanes, haloarenes, we'll see part 3. Haloalkanes and haloarenes. Part 3 is what we are seeing. Today, the topic of discussion, the first one is halogen exchange reaction. So the first one is halogen exchange reaction. What is this halogen exchange reaction? We'll see. So this is in general, it is used for preparation of alkyl iodides. Okay, this is called, the reaction is called Finkelstein. 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 Okay, I'll write it. Finkelstein. Finkelstein reaction is what we are going to see now. So what is this reaction? It's like halogen exchange, we'll call. What is this halogen exchange? I'll explain. Suppose you consider any alkyl halide, it is treated with sodium iodide and acetone. It is treated with sodium iodide and acetone. When it's treated with this X will be replaced by iodine. So what you get is Ri plus NaX, as simple as that. This happens in the presence of acetone. Okay, what is acetone? This is CH3COCH3. This is our solvent here. So please note it up to this point. I will tell you the further reactions.
Noted, sir.
Okay, now let's see. Suppose I consider C2H5Br plus, in the presence of sodium iodide and CH3COCH3. CH3COCH3 is acetone. So what will happen? This bromine is replaced by iodine. So C2H5I plus NaBr, as simple as that. Now after this, and this is acetone, will write heat. Sometimes they will write reflux. Sometimes reflux means you have, I will explain what is a reflux in detail. So what they do is, there will be a long column with a generally a round bottom flask. So here you have the reaction mixture. All the reaction mixture will be there. Here there will be a condenser. A glass tube will be there where water will be passed. Okay, water will be passed. Why do they do that is, now this will be a long column and this will be generally a closure. Okay, the reflexes many types will be there. Generally this will be a closure. So when they heat it from the bottom, the vapors will be coming out. To cool the vapors, there will be a water cooling system will be there. Water cooling will be there. So because of the water cooling, the vapors will get cooled. Okay, vapors will get cooled. So that process is called a reflux process. Okay, so this is what we'll have. And again, if you consider C2H5Cl, it is treated with NaI and acetone. What you can expect? C2H5I plus NaCl. These are precipitated in the, these are precipitated in acetone. These are precipitated in acetone.
Okay, sir.
Now, another
Okay,
point
sir.
here, precipitation of NaCl and NaBr will drive the reaction forward as per Lee-Chatler's principle. Lee-Chatler's principle. As per Lee-Chatler's principle. CHATE. I have the spelling mistakes. LIERS. This is Lee-Chatler. Lee. CHATE. LIERS. LIERS. That's Lee-Chatler's principle. Sorry for my spelling mistakes. Sometimes I do that. So this is as per the Lee-Chatler's principle. So that is one thing.
Okay, sir.
Now, how do we prepare fluoroalkenes? We have a different method. To prepare fluoroalkenes, we have one best method, which is called Schwartz reaction. SWARTS, Schwartz reaction. For fluoroalkenes, what do they do is, suppose you have CH3Br, they treat with AgF, silver fluoride. You need to substitute the fluorine. So CH3F plus AgBr. So for this process, many other reagents are there. So metallic fluorides are used. Metallic fluorides are used for this purpose. So what are the different metallic fluorides one can use for this purpose are Hg2F2, AgF, of course AgF is there, what we have used, Hg2F2, and followed by cobalt fluoride, COF2, and SbF3. So these are different metallic fluorides which are used for this process. This is fluorination, fluoroalkenes. Okay, the fluoroalkenes are prepared by Schwartz reaction. Schwartz reaction is employed.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, the next one is Huns-Dicker. Huns, Huns, Dicker. Named reactions you must remember. Hans-Sticker reaction. All these are named reactions. You must remember the named reactions. That's most important. Hans-Sticker reaction. So bromoalkanes. What is this reaction? Is about bromoalkanes are prepared by refluxing. Bromoalkanes are prepared by refluxing silver salts or of acids. Silver salts of acids with bromine in CCl4. So this is the Hans-Sticker reaction. So what they do is CH2COO minus Ag plus. This will be taken silver salt of acetic acid. This is silver acetate. This is silver acetate. Silver acetate on treatment with Br2 and CCl4. This mixture is treated with this. So what you get is CH3Br plus CO2 plus AgBr. How do we remember this? Very simple. You see this COO is there, this group will go off, okay, during this reaction. Minus COO means you write it as CO2. And then you put like this. Ag plus Br2 is there, AgBr, CH3Br. Br2 you put like this. Okay, Br2 you put like this. So this like technique you have to remember. CH3, this two you couple, Ag, these two you couple. In between CO2 is there, that is flying off. Like this, you can remember the reaction very easily. CO2 flies off, CH3Br gets connected, AgBr gets connected. So CO2 flies off, CH3Br, AgBr.
Okay, sir.
Okay, the next one is preparation of aryl halides. Preparation of aryl halides. This is the next part we have to see. So to prepare aryl halides, we employ electrophilic aromatic substitution. We employ electrophilic aromatic substitution principle will employ. So electrophilic aromatic substitution is the thing. So how do we do that? This process is carried out using Lewis acids. What are Lewis acids? Lewis acids are like FeCl3, AlCl3, FeBr3. By the way, what is the Lewis acid? They can accept the electron pair. These are the things. These molecules can accept electron pair. Hence, these are Lewis acids. Hence, these are Lewis acids. Clear, Amma? Once clear, please let me know.
It's done.
Okay. Now, the next point is
Yes, sir.
that how these Lewis acids generate electrophiles. How these Lewis acids generate electrophiles? It's like this. Suppose you have Cl2, suppose AlCl3 is taken, it will form a complex Cl plus AlCl4 minus. This is the complex it will form. Now, this Cl plus here is in combination with AlCl4 minus. This is the complex ion. Okay, this is a complex ion. The Cl plus acts as electrophile. Electrophile means electron refers to negative charge. Electrophile means negative charge seeking. Negative charge loving, you can tell, or negative charge seeking. Okay, negative charge loving, that is best way of telling. So they like the negative charge. So electrophile is something which likes the negative charge. So negative charge loving, we can write. So acts as an electrophile. So this is how they act as an electrophile. So how does the reaction takes place? We'll see now.
Okay, sir.
Next part is that suppose you have CH3 group on benzene ring. This is called toluene. Okay, and now when we make it react with X2 in the presence of iron in dark, then what will happen is that we get two products. We get two products. X can be at the para position. X can be at the ortho position. Ortho means adjacent to the substituted group. That is ortho. And now for this group, if you leave this part, these positions are called meta positions. Meta, this is also a meta position. And exactly opposite position is called para. Exactly opposite position is called para. Now this is at the para position with respect to CH3 group. Okay, with respect to CH3 group, X is at the para position. It's called para position. The exactly opposite position is called para position. So we'll name the compounds. Ortho, halo, or the halotoluene. This one, para, halo, toluene. Ortho halo toluene and para halo toluene.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now we'll name. Well, the naming is also over. Now, suppose I consider this Cl2 and FeCl3. If I consider this, so what do I get is initially mono substitution, and now Cl2 and FeCl3 we get di substitution. One is ortho, this is para. This is para substitution. This is ortho, dichloro benzene. This is para dichloro benzene. Para dichlorobenzene, ortho dichlorobenzene. And now similar way we have consider this is toluene, and you treat it with chlorine, FeCl3, you get ortho chloro toluene, and the next one is parachlorotoluene. Parachlorotoluene. Parachlorotoluene.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, the other one, how do we separate these two? The ortho and para isomers can be separated. Okay. So this is the physical properties in that it will come. The ortho and para isomers can be separated. Due to large difference in the melting points. Due to large difference in the melting points in their melting points. So you can separate these two because melting points, they're having a huge difference in the melting points. So you can separate these two very easily. The next point, reactions with iodine are reversible. Hence, we need oxidizing agents. Oxidizing agents. Oxidizing agents. HNO3 or HiO4. HiO4. These are the oxidizing agents we need to take. Okay. To oxidize, this is to oxidize Hi. To oxidize Hi formed during iodination. During iodination. So this is very important point. Reactions with iodine are reversible nature. Why? Because this Hi what is formed, no, it will take back the reaction. It will push the reaction backwards. So that is one of the most important factor.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now the fluorine reactions with fluorine are violent. Hence, direct fluorination will not be done. Will not be done for the aromatic hydrocarbon systems. Hydrocarbon systems.
Okay, sir.
Now the next reaction is very, very important. It's called Sand-Meyers reaction. Sand-Meyers reaction. These are all named reactions which you have to remember. So what is this Sand-Meyer reaction? So we deal with something called diazonium salts. So for that, this is aniline. Over the benzene ring, if you have NH2 group, this is called aniline. Over the benzene ring, if you have NH2 group, that is called aniline. Aniline is treated with HNO3. Sorry, not HNO3. It is treated with HONO. So how this nitrous acid, HONO, is called nitrous acid. Nitrous acid. HONO is called nitrous acid. It is very unstable, so it is prepared in situ by using NaNO2 plus HCl mixture at 0 degree centigrade to 5 degrees centigrade. So this mixture, no, it will produce this HONO. Now, after preparing this HONO, it is treated with aniline. So what you get is, you get something like this, N2 plus Cl minus. So this is called benzene diazonium chloride. So this is a very important reagent for any chemist.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay.
benzene diazonium chloride on it is now what we do is, we'll take this benzene diazonium chloride, benzene diazonium chloride. It is treated with Cu2X2. It is treated with Cu2X2. Okay. So you get aryl halide. So here nitrogen will escape. Nitrogen will escape. So this X can be either chlorine or bromine. If you take Cu2X2, Cu2Cn also you can take. If you take Cu2Cn, same kind of reaction, Cu2Cn twice. This also you can give a try. So if you do that, you will get Cu2Cn twice. It can be written as CuCn also. So both the ways we can tell. In some books they will write Cu2Cn2. In some books they will write CuCn. So here you can substitute cyanide also over the benzene ring. So and nitrogen will escape as a gas.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, what are the other alternatives within the reaction? So you can take benzene diazonium chloride. You can treat it with copper HCl mixture. You will get the chlorine substitution here also. Now another thing what you can see is, how do we prepare iodide salt is like this. So N2 plus Cl minus. Now you treat it with potassium iodide, and then you can get iodine substitution on the benzene ring. So the iodine substitution can be done this way. Iodine substitution can be done this way. There is something, I don't know why it has come like that. Iodine substitution can be done by this process. Overall, how do we do this reaction? How to remember this? It is like this. The technique goes like this. N2 plus Cl minus is there. This one you assume it like this. Over the benzene ring, a positive charge. This is equivalent to that. Now if I put Ki, potassium iodide contains K plus and I minus. The I minus you join it here, leaving nitrogen. You put nitrogen everywhere. Nitrogen is revolved everywhere, almost all in all the reaction except dye preparation. Except dye preparation, nitrogen is evolved almost every time. So simply you connect the positive and negative charges. You consider this diazonium salt as positive charge on the benzene ring. You consider the diazonium salt as positive charge on the benzene ring. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, the next one. The next reaction is another named reaction. BALZ balls SCHIEMAN. Boltzmann reaction. What is this? This is the way to prepare aryl fluorides, ARF, method to prepare ARF, aryl fluorides. Okay, like a fluorobenzene, method to prepare fluorobenzene. Why we had to employ this method? Because directly if you treat with the fluorine, the reactions are very violent. So the reason we adopt to this method. So you have the benzene ring N2 plus Cl minus. It is treated with HbF4 and then that is fluoroboric acid. It is called fluoroboric acid. So the fluoroboric acid, once it is treated, what you are going to get is like this: N2 plus BF4 minus so you have that, and then you heat it. Then when you heat, you get the fluorobenzene. Plus BF3 plus N.
Okay.
Okay, ma. So these are some of the reactions. We will do topic practice also, so that you will have the depth, thorough knowledge. That's what I feel. So we will encounter different problems up to the this is complete topic 1. So the topic 2 we have completed. 2 topics we have completed. This contains this entire thing contains about 3 to 4 topics. So out of 4 we have completed 2. So for the 2 topics we will solve some questions so that you will have the idea for the polyhalogen compounds. With the polyhalogens, this is over. So here we go. So we will start solving some questions from here on. Okay. So let us see the 1 mark questions. This may be there in your textbook directly. So that problems will be solving. So we have to identify the products A and B. So here we go. CH3, CH2, CH, double bond CH, CH3. This is on treatment with HCl. So what are the product they have given A plus B. What are the products A and B? They asked her to predict. See the HCl, it can add H, it can add Cl here, it can add H here, it can add Cl here, because you can see that the number of hydrogens on either side it is same. So A can be like you have CH3, CH2, CH, H, CH, Cl, CH3. Can we name this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 2-chloro-pentane. So that's easy. Now B will be, suppose chlorine is added in the third position, CH3, CH2, CH, Cl, CH2, CH3. So how the addition takes place? You put one H plus here, Cl minus here from HCl. Simply break this bond and then add. That's it. Add these two here and here. That's all you have to do. So if you do vice versa, what we are going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 3-chloro propane, pentane, 3-chloro pentane. So 2-chloropentane and 3-chloropentane. These are the predicted products.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now this is an interesting question. CH2 double bond CH. This is asked once in the previous examinations. So I want to discuss the CH2, but this is not given in the textbook. CH plus Br2. The first one is excess. And now the other one, this is product A, they asked to predict. And now CH2 double bond CH, CH2, C triple bond CH plus Br2, 1 mole. This is B. Predict A and B. Predict A and B. This is the question. So how do you solve this? See, excess means sufficient amount is utilized for triple bond as well as double bond. So for double bond, 2 bromines will add up. So CH2, you break this bond and make 2 bonds. This one you flip like this one you flip like this and make the 2 bonds. So here 1 bromine and CH, here 1 bromine. I told you bromine will add anti position, and the triple bond is not disturbed when you have 1 mole. So otherwise excess means this 2 bonds will break, and again I will rewrite this. So here we give this C, here 1 bromine, here 1 bromine, this one CH, bromine, bromine. So here why 2 bromines are coming? Because 2 double bonds are there. You break the 2 pi bonds and start making the bonds. So that's it. That is the product A. The product B is without disturbing the triple bond, you write the product. So this is the interesting question. So this is the one. So when you take 1 mole, it is this kind of product is predicted. These are A and B.
Sir, can you explain it once again?
Sorry, ma?
Can you explain it once again, sir, this question?
This one, A. You see this, A, what happens is the Br2 bromine is in excess. Excess means huge amount of bromine is there. Huge amount of bromine is there.
Yes, sir.
So what happens is all the, see, the breaking is like this. First you understand this. It is like this ethane. In ethane molecule, you take this one. Oh, can I take this fresh? I will take fresh and I will tell you. So you take the ethane.
Okay.
So in the ethane molecule, suppose I have to add bromine, Br2CCl4. Okay, Br2CCl4 mixture. Suppose you take. Now, when you take Br2CCl4 mixture, what it does, in these two bonds, one is a sigma bond, another is a pi bond. No, you know that very well. Hello. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
in that, the pi bond will break. The pi bond after breaking, what you do is you break one pi bond and you put like this. Okay, pi bond is broken into two halves. You put like this. Okay. Now two bromines are there. You add up the bromine. Clear? Wherever you see the double bond, you
Okay,
just
sir.
do it.
Yes.
Double bond with bromine. So similarly for HPR, suppose I ask you to do for HPR, what we have done, the same thing we have done. So here you have H. Okay, this one is like this H, and again we have put like this. We added H and Br like this. This is what we have done. So similar process you have to see. So for example, here the situation given, what is the given is that, so here we go. I have done the reverse. Okay, fine. So here the situation I did, I think I did some mistake. Yeah, Br2. Okay, this is a very interesting question. CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2 C triple bond CH. This is there. So the first one is Br2 excess. Excess refers to sufficient amount of bromine is there. I did one mistake in telling that first triple bond will start reacting. Triple bond reacts as it has more unsaturation. As it has more unsaturated triple bond. I did the double bond, I did the other way. So first you remove all the bonds. First what we do, break the pi bond and make like this. So put like this. In your mind you have to do this. You put like this. So CH2 I have put like this. CH I have put like this. And again here I can put bromine and bromine. First 1 mole of bromine is utilized. And now CH2 here. How many pi bonds are there? 2 pi bonds, right? Triple bond means 2 pi bonds. So C, CH, 2 pi bonds, no? So you put like this. And again, you add up the bromines. Clear?
Okay,
Now, this is excess
yes,
case.
sir.
Excess case. Now, remember this. First, triple bond reacts as it has more unsaturation. So that is more important. Now, this is my product A prediction. This is my product A prediction. Product B I have to predict. Product B is the situation when Br2 1 mole is there. So first triple bond reacts as it has more unsaturation. So triple bond you take and then start reacting. How many 1 mole of bromine? 1 mole of bromine means 1 bromine, 2 bromine atoms will come. That's it. That means I had to break only 1 pi bond in the triple bond. So CH2 don't disturb the double bond. I told the other way. Sorry for that. You had to disturb the triple bond only. So here C like this, double bond CH, and again bond. Here you give the bromines. So that's the idea. First, triple bond reacts as it has more unsaturation. This is the funda. Okay, ma.
Yes, sir.
So this is the bromine 1 mole case. Bromine 1 mole case. Next. Now,
Sir.
next question. Write the products for the reaction. Question number 3. So they said toluene on treatment with Cl2 FeCl3 dark. Cl2 FeCl3 dark. So the chlorine will be added in the ortho as well as para positions simply. So here chlorine is added in the ortho and para positions. So this is the para will be always major product because this chlorine is away from CH3 minimum repulsions, here maximum repulsions because these two are closer. This is minor in general. So this is ortho chloro toluene. This is para chloro toluene. Hence the reaction. That's the question which is asked. So what are the products? A and B they asked. This is our A. This is our B.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay. Now next a conversion question. With this we'll stop today. Convert aniline to bromobenzene. So for this what we do is we will take aniline. We'll follow Sandmeyer's reaction. This is aniline. Aniline on treatment with HONO, or you can write NaNO2 HCl mixture between 0 to 5 degrees centigrade. You can just write like this, and then what we get is benzene diazonium chloride. This benzene diazonium chloride. This is aniline. So this on treatment with bromobenzene they asked, no? So we'll do Cu2Br2. We treat with Cu2Br2. You will get very easily, or CuBr, Cu, or you can use Cu plus HBr. Okay, anyone you can use. So Cu2Br2, Cu HBr. Then simply you get bromobenzene. So hence the answer. So this is our bromobenzene. So this is the required answer, Sama. So up to here we have done some few questions. Later we will solve some more questions, and then we'll get into the next topic. So you had to be thorough. What I wish is that you have to be thorough with the reactions so that you will gain. So any kind of reaction, these are all previous year questions which are coming from the
Okay.
especially this alkyl halides and aryl halides. So that previous year questions also I wish if I do that for you, then you will pick up really fast. I hope you are understanding this. Any trouble are there, you can tell me. Is it okay? Clear?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, ma.
Yes, sir.
Right, ma. Okay, we'll close today. I will inform you about the next class later. Okay, ma.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma. Bye.